Okay, so the question I need to be asking myself in the meantime is if I look at the hourly, that would take care of this level. And then the annoying question is, would it want to sweep this level? It's really cute how it's hesitating around this area so much. Alright, if we get back to New York's previous low first, I'll take that entry. We rejected off of it. Let's see if we hold and keep moving up. That's it.
Order filled.
Alright, we're gonna go for a 10-point stop. So if we're Alright, let's give this a moment to see if we have a viable trade or not.
Order filled.
It should be 20, should be even, okay. We are unfortunate enough to have a bullish fair value gap created right there on the way up. Nasdaq will usually want to fill all of its gaps made on the way, so we'll definitely expect. Wow, this area is like eating me alive. Oh wait, that's not even it's actually not an imbalance.
Order filled.
Alright, we're gonna take one final entry on this one. 42, 50, 10-point stop. I'm gonna put our tentative limit for the swing. give it some room here. So with our 10-point stop, our 3 to 1 would be 228275. Yeah, which would be good, but I think that's I think we'd probably shoot for more of a 6 to 1 on this one, which would give us about 231350. 231350. All right. Alright, so that would give us a 6 to 1 on the trade, which would be fantastic to get that to just make up for the loss occurred. Alright, so we were looking to see the imbalance get closed to the downside, which it did. We hit New York's previous day low. We met all of the criteria for a power of 4, and we'll go ahead and apply our break even. We have 2 candles that have closed above our entry that are not touching our entry. So we met all the criteria for a power of 4, used a 10-point stop. So we're shooting for a 6 to 1 as opposed to a 3 to 1 on this. And okay, so the 15-minute, we have this major imbalance right here that we would need to fill at least to 234250. So that's our external confluence right there. And let me get that level one more time. What did I say? 2342, about 234250. Okay, so 234250. We're sitting at 231350. We don't know that the market will go up and just hit that in all and just, you know, one move, but like if it did, that would give us a little more than a 9 to 1. And if we use internal structure to look at this area as well, then we'd get, that's our 78% retracement right there into the imbalance in the lower time frame on the 1 minute here. I think I said 5 minute on the 1 minute. That's overlapping the higher time frame imbalance. So that could be, so this is a good level to shoot for. And even better would probably be like the 62%, just because it's hitting both levels. Like this one is at 234275. And then this sits just a little bit higher. So actually I think that's probably okay. So we're gonna target this area right here. Okay, and then I want to keep track of where my 6 to 1 spot is at, which would be 313 even. Okay, and let's mark this one with a white line, and that's my reward to risk of 6 to 1 right here. Okay, so that's our trade. That's what we're looking for. All right, what don't I like about this trade so far? I hate this imbalance that was just created. I like to keep track of these. So if this were to pull back, we're coming all the way down here. So when I see that, I have to ask myself, do I want to live through that? And the answer is fuck no. It's a resounding fuck no. So when I see these imbalances created and knowing that Nasdaq likes to come back and tag them all, I'm gonna lock in. So I don't want to interrupt the trade, but I know what Nasdaq typically does, and you know, my base hit for the day is a 3 to 1. We've far surpassed that. And so I don't want it to pull back. I don't want that. So if it does, I would want to get out of the trade. And so now it becomes kind of like a balancing act, like to try to get to the 6 to 1, but like, you know, while protecting the trade to ensure that we at least get like our 3 to 1. So now I'm just going to trail because I want to hit 6 to 1, but I just want to make sure I'm locked in because I know Nasdaq wants to pull back to this imbalance, and I don't want to endure it. That's just not what I want for my life. And we see it reaching. Hopefully we move up, but if not, we're locking in. All right, so even if it gets hit, we're up. What is that? That's a $1,500 trade. I can live with that.
Order filled.
Okay, cool. So we got out at is that a 4? About a 5, I think that's about a 5, yeah, a 5 to 1. Okay, that was good. That was a good trade. Happy with that. All right, so let's go over. I'm expecting Nasdaq to pull back into this imbalance right here. This is what I think I'm gonna see. Oops, mark that. Okay, so what I think I would see coming up here is a pullback into this imbalance right here, probably deeper than 78% because that's what Nasdaq does, and somewhere around here. This could potentially be like another trade. I don't know that I would take it, but this is kind of, if we do pull back, I think that's what we'll see. Okay, so let's go over the analysis for the trade, and let me just make sure you guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing. All right, cool. Okay, so basically what we had, yes, you can see my, yes, perfect, okay. All right, so this is the 15-minute that we're looking at, and maybe actually let me just open it up. Jesus Christ. All right, I just want to make sure you can see everything that I'm looking at and that I want to be explaining. Okay, so let me remove all of this stuff here. Okay, so we're looking at the 15-minute right here. If I show you a chart that's already mapped out, it's this one over here. So you can see over here, I've got my green fib retracement levels, red retracement levels, purple rectangles represent bearish order blocks, orange long rectangles represent bullish order blocks. This white rectangle represents a fair value gap that I was looking for the market to pull back down into. Okay, so without any drawings, real quick, let me just show you. We'll kind of, I'm not going to do the fib retracement levels or like the order blocks or anything, but let me just show you the main things that I want you to see. Okay, so today, if we go back to prior to this move happening, okay, so we've got okay, so this candle right here marks the New York Open, okay? So if we go back before that, right, because I'm looking to see what the structure is and what's going on, you know, obviously before I get in the trade and get active in the market. So if we look at what happened here, right, we have this big move down, we have this big imbalance created, and I'm scaling through this and I'm looking to see what imbalances have we created in the 15-minute that haven't been filled. So I see this one right here, but we see the market pulls all the way up and we've definitely filled this one. I see this imbalance right here, and so I'm like, oh, okay, this is the one that stands out that we haven't filled. Where's my rectangle, my square? Okay, so I see this imbalance right here, okay? And this is the same one that you see mapped out over here. Same exact thing, okay? So we see that, and I'm like, okay, so that's the level, that's what I'm focused on, right? Again, open is over here. This is what happened beforehand. So I want to see at least a 78, this represents the 78% level right here. I want to see at least a 78% retracement into this, but I also know that the New York previous day low is right here. This is a major liquidity pool, so I want to see this swept before I take an entry. And then if you notice over here, right here, right, where you see the 10-9 London low, it got a little tricky because there was also this level, and I'm like, nah, well, maybe the market wants to tap into this as well. So I had to kind of wait and see on that. Okay, real quick, out of curiosity, I got to see if we entered. We did not. Okay, I just had to know. Okay, so back to this. Okay, so then we get down to this area here. We know that like this is anything below this level here is where we would want to enter. Okay, and the plan would be to trade it back into a sensible area, to wherever we think the market is going to draw to next. Okay, so once we get down to this area, right, we created this bearish fair value gap right here with these three candles. So this is really now where we're just really going to focus at. Okay, so we cleared this objective, and then we've got this fair value gap right here. But again, I don't care about the actual gap itself. What I'm looking to see is 78% of it get filled, and it does happen to be inside of the gap this time, which is it isn't always. Most of the time it's outside of it. So that's the retracement that I was looking for. So, you know, give or take somewhere around here. It was, I think I waited for it to get right back up to the key level, and with a 10-point stop, and we were targeting initially roughly a 6 to 1, and I got in the way of the trade, so we didn't get the 6 to 1, but we got the 5 to 1 on that. So that's basically, that's the analysis. That's why I waited for it to get down to this level, and the reason I entered here was because we had a power of 4. So we had a major liquidity level run, which was New York's previous day low. We had an overlapping bullish, right? The orange zone that you see here, that's our bullish order block. Okay, the green square in this area, that is our bullish Fibonacci retracement level into a deep discount, a premium Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, and then number 4 was a key level, and my key level was marked out right here. Okay, so if I'm looking for a long, if my key level is above my liquidity level, I'm going to go for I'm going to look to enter around whichever level is the more deeper discounted area, if that makes sense. Okay, so that is literally that's the trade, and that's the breakdown of everything. And so we did not get that move all the way down into this imbalance here like I was expecting. The market actually just kept going up, and it looks like it would have hit my 6 to 1. But we can't be mad at a 5 to 1. Like, you just can't. There's no, if you're mad at a 5 to 1, you're a gambler. Psychologically, something is going on. Like, you just can't. We're not going to be mad at a 5 to 1. So we're good for the day. And I'm not ecstatic about the performance, just because the initial entry, just, it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but we pulled it together and we came out okay. All right, cool. So until the next one, I'll see you guys.